Hi guys, so we are back in the gym with Pelvis Presley, and Pelvis isn't well again, okay? So he's actually slipped a disc today, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but he's just slipped this disc here, which is symbolised in this little red portion here. And he's done it doing some really common back exercises, but also making common mistakes. And I want to show you those mistakes today. Right guys, so I'm on the little handheld camera today, and you'll understand why in a minute, because I need to use the mirrors and also so you can see exactly what I'm talking about in terms of slip disc and making sure that your back is very, very well protected. So to start off with, there's quite a few back exercises out there which will really need major attention to technique, and especially when things start getting tough in the exercise, technique, especially in the back position, can slip very quickly, and it's so important that you don't allow it to. And if you do feel it starting to just waver a little bit, that's the time to put the weights down straight away, because I say with your back and with your disc and your disc health, it's so important not to try and push us too far. So I'm going to show you basically the position that normally causes problems with slip discs and the way to rectify that, and also basically the anatomy and physiology behind that. So let's just zoom out a little bit. And so a lot of the exercises, things like deadlifts, things like back flies, will require you to essentially be in this leant over position, okay? So this is what we call a hip hitch position. And essentially from a standing position here, if you imagine putting your hand right on your hips, so right on your waistline, we're essentially just trying to crush the hand. So we're coming down from here with a very soft bend through the knees. So you might see the bend through the knees here. But if you can see, my back is really nice and straight. So from this position, I'm then able to go into a deadlift where I'll come back up and I may drop back down again, but I still hit the same position. I may go into a nice comfortable back pull, okay, or I might kick into a back fly. Now, every single time I'm in this position here, if you can see how straight my back is, I'm in a pretty safe position here, okay? But what you may see in the gym is when people start to struggle with their body position, and they will start to tip and come into this position here. Now, in this position here, your back is in a seriously poor position, and it can basically go. One of the discs could actually slip, or we class as slip, but basically almost herniate or pop out, and that obviously actually cause you serious trouble and could potentially put you out of action for an awful long time. So what is actually happening in this position here? So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little look at the muscles first of all, and then we're going to have a look at the actual discs themselves. So let's shoot around here. And let's go down to the muscles. So the muscles in the back. So what we're essentially looking at is we're looking at number 12. So you can see number 12 here. These are a group of muscles called the erectile spinae muscles. And what they basically do is they keep the back like rods. So actually there's one, under 6 as well. 2 rods either side of the spine, okay? Which basically almost act as scaffolding for the lower back. Okay, so they act as scaffolding for the lower back. So either side of the spine, those very thick, strong muscles are there. And these muscles, when activated, support the lower back very well. When they're deactivated, there is essentially no protection for the spine. Okay, so there's no protection for the spine. And if that lower back, so the lower part of the spine, if this portion, we're going to flick up here, if this portion here, okay, is under lots of duress, because essentially it's taking the weight of the whole upper body and whatever weight you are lifting, if it hasn't got those muscles to help support it, all that pressure essentially goes through the bones. Now the bones aren't going to snap, okay, but what can happen is your intervertebral discs, we're going to shoot over here, are put under massive amounts of pressure, okay, and that's where they can sometimes slip. So how do we actually activate those muscles? let's flick back round. We're going to the side position here. So again, in this position here, my back is straight, I'm slightly arcing up. If you do this, you'll be able to feel the ridge of muscle in the back here, the two ridges of muscle, okay? So when they're activated, they are acting as scaffolding poles there. As soon as I come over here and start to rotate my back this way, those muscles are now turned off. They cannot support the spine, okay? They cannot support the spine, and that's where you could potentially see some problems in the back. So how does that manifest itself? So we're going back up to our main man pelvis. We're going to kick down, and on my little pelvis Presley here, you can see that little red marker, and that is essentially signifying a slip disc. So the intervertebral discs are just here, okay, and basically he's essentially done a deadlift, and that is now popped out, okay. Now we do not want this. We really, really do not want this, because this will cause you massive amounts of pain on a daily basis. So it's really important that when you hit your back work, you hit your back exercise, think of Mr. Pelvis Presley and make sure that he has those scaffolding poles either side of those, beg your pardon, of his spine, to ensure that when you're hitting that back movement, the muscles are kicked in